I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned out. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space of integrity, a space of conversation, questions and answers, comments and concerns, building and destroying. You're in a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, justice. You're in a space, your space, a space where we engage, invigorate, energize, and we group together to organize and seek a path, a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information, funding tags, funding apps, however they want to send it. Keep all of that in the chat for the duration of class and throughout the class. Fund the war effort. I see old Cammy went and picked up Beyonce like I told y'all. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till you get hemmed up. Don't wait till you get pulled out of the spot. Don't wait. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Please book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of intimate relationship abuse, consultation, or counseling, please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, the characters and the characteristics that should heighten your awareness. Man, situations, events, excuse me, that should alert you. Remember, anyone who is feeling unsafe and looking for a way out, contact me or dial 911. You understand? Don't sit in it. Remember, with the information that you get here, the life that you save could be your own. Peace and power to you all. Late night. Yes, it is. As you can see, I got to take some Bustelo down. It's been a long day. And if y'all haven't seen already, I mean business. I'm telling you, I'm going to outwork anybody on this thing here. They cannot deal with me. Trust that. Guarantee that. I'm going to build this nation. Watch. Let's get to tagging. Let's get to tagging. And I don't know why nobody or very few, at least I haven't seen it, nobody has spoken about Hit Boy and his daddy, Big Hit. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a allegiance thing. I don't know if people feeling bad or sad. Damn it, it need to be said. So tag Hit Boy and Big Hit if you got any type of technology in the cell already. Yeah, this is for you. Yeah, so y'all tag them. Somebody tag Joe Biden. My DC people, tag him. See if he's still up in the White House. See if they still got the oxygen tank strapped up to them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tag them. Yeah. That's what y'all do. Who else we got to tag? Who else we got to tag? Matter of fact, we need to tag all those dudes who just came home. All of them. And if y'all got any family members on the way home, like I know you do, it's a few East New York dudes on their way to the town, tag them. Tag y'all classmates, and let's get to it. You understand what we saying? Let's get to it. All right? Let's see who's in class. Yeah, let's see who's in class. See if we got some characters that missed class earlier today. Andrea, salute. Much appreciation. First in class. First in class. Yes. Coming in from Florida by way of New Jersey. Dust Fro back in the building. Got that wrench. We see you, assistant. And Speckles. Look, y'all, we got London. London in the spot. The big UK. Great Britain. What's up, Magic? What's up, little Brit? Make sure y'all get home safe. Adrian Graham. Sliding by. Whole class initials. 55. 55. Yeah. Uptown Dre, what's going on? Mrs. Reels. Mrs. Reels back in the building. We see you. Artist Magic. Uh-huh. I told you I'm here for myself. I don't have a team. I don't have a research team. I don't have a writer. I don't have lighters. I don't have any of that. I got to do it all on my type of time. Only people I got is my classroom assistants. C. Blaze, Sniper. What's going on? Donovan Michaels. We see Geechee. What up, Geechee? GB, what's going on? Merklo back in the building. We see you. Philip Boone, Ken Williams, Jeff Sparks, PJ Allen, 55. PJ, 55. Will Atkins, 55. Big Will, 55. Yeah. Breed Love, what's going on? Bernadette, Bernie, we see you. Mike Nice, Marguerite, McDonald Music. Made it to class, yes. Rashawn Kessler, 55. Rashawn, 55. WMH Radio Show, what's going on? George Johnson, we see you up in here. Max, 55. Max, 55. Tierra, we see you. G-Rock, okay. Pasadena, yes. Locked up in a hoose gown. We trying to figure this out. We see you. Mike Nice, we see you. Who else is up in here? Hayes, what up, Hayes? We see you. Hey, y'all son, we see you, y'all son. What's going on? Kenny's Unholy Grail. Yvette, what up, Yvette? Yeah, Molly. What up, though? We see you. Chop, what up, Chop? Brooklyn Jewels, peace, what's good? Big 455, Big 455, Big 4, get a 40. See, Blake, Big 4 got a 45. Hit him up. Damn it. Mark Milliner, what's going on? We see you. M.him hot, what up? We see you. Yeah, see 55. CC 55. Yeah, Vitamin Vision TV. What up? We see you. Yes. What's going on, y'all? People be trying to sneak up in here, y'all, like I'm not on point. I know my class. That's right, George. Tell him, get in the back. Act like I don't know my class. This is intimate for me. I know all my class. Crazy? This ain't a game for me. I don't play on here. Hey, Wood, what up? I don't play on here. This is serious. We're building a nation. Catch y'all creeping up in here like that, like I don't know who in here. I know who in here. Trying to hide and shit. Y'all think I'm one of them old ass teachers? I see you. Listen up. Now, shout out to Paperwork Good. My air like Ja out there in Strong Island. If your paperwork good, you could come to the yard. But the thing is, we don't want to spend the yard, so I can't even understand what the hell this man is doing back in jail. Yo, this shit boggles my mind. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm telling you. I sit here and I make an attempt to educate, to connect, to provide service, and stay away from them prison stories, stay away from the jail, because to me, I don't see the teachable moments in it for me. That was a complete and total waste of my potential. Did I learn in there? Yes. Did I learn about myself in there? Yes. Was there reasons for me to be there and to come out better? Yes. But I'll be damned if I'm ever going back. That's not happening. I got out by the skin of my teeth on the technicality. You think I'm gonna go back? Man, but I'm telling you, if you aren't an individual who was completely destitute on the street, no parenting, impoverished, limited education, yo, there is absolutely no benefit for you in there. If you went to high school, you got your high school diploma, if you got college degrees, you've been to college, you've been part of the workforce, if you've been part of the military, you going in there is a waste of time. They have nothing for you in there but ignorant violence and garbage. You feel like a sucker. Straight up. Now others who are criminally insane, others who are delusional, and trust, I've seen it. I've seen them get money dudes go up in there and try to maintain the same lifestyle. They got everything that they had in the street up in their cell. Delusional. Y'all was getting money in the street. Yeah, so now you got a little bit of change in here. Your ass still in jail. Still in jail. It's just a delusional space for those type of individuals. Trust me. Trust me. They're hurting inside. So I can't see it. An utter waste of potential. Do you understand? And by the time I went through, after everything I did as a teen, an adolescent, a young adult, I didn't go through until my 20s. I had graduated high school early. I had some college. I went to the military. Honorable discharge. Back in college before I caught my first bed. Came home off of that, and one 1 week before maxing out on parole, put a fresh one. There was nothing that the institution of the New York State Correctional Services could do for me intellectually. Nothing at all. Pataki had cut out college programs. It was nothing for me to do. I had to go back into my upbringing, reinvent and recreate myself, and get back into the books that I was raised in. That's what I had to do. And instead of just reading it, apply it. Instead of just looking at the theories and the doctrines, put it into practice. Write newsletters, organize individuals in there. Remove the criminal mentality, replace it with a militancy. I had to do that on my own. That system is not going to do it for you. So for someone, any of you, any of us, to make it through that after a substantial amount of time, I came back to nothing. Came back to a loving family, a little small support system, but didn't have no bread, nothing. And everybody that I dealt with that was in the industry that utilized me so they can move around freely in the streets. Do you understand what I'm saying? Had risen to A-list, and within that time was damn near barely making it. They were just names and name brands. I didn't come home to no bread. Came home to rappers hit me with 400 singles and shit like that, yeah? So when I'm looking at individuals, especially this individual, let me just stay in this frame right here before we run off and go too far. This is this big hit individual who I had no idea who he was until really a couple of months ago. Really. Because again, a lot of individuals fall off my radar. So when I started seeing them, and they say, oh, that's Hit Boy, the producer's dad. I'm like, wow. Okay, it's decent. And then getting into the background of him and the history and trying to see what this is about and why it's facing me, why it's in the timeline. I'm like, okay. An individual who, again, was probably about his business to some degree on a street level, went through the system, and while he was in there, his son made waves. Now, there's a lot of individuals like that. We've seen it. That's not nothing that's out of the ordinary. Do believe in Blueface Pops, do some time and come home, then, you know, a bunch of these dudes, right? Or had fathers in the street. So when I'm seeing this one though, I'm seeing him posture and present himself. I'm seeing him posture and present himself as his son would position and posture himself. And I'm like, damn, homie, almost my age. But see, that's what happens when people are in the street, right? And miss or believe they missed an opportunity and happen to come home to situations that are better, where there's no struggle, and it's right in the mix. He didn't come home to somebody who was like a fledgling producer. He came home to this producer, this dude that's A-list. No, I'm just seeing it. I'm seeing the flaunt. I'm seeing the position. I'm even seeing him spitting. I'm like, okay. I wonder where this is going. Because for me, how somebody moves and who they move with tells me a lot. See, I'm not new. As I said, I did mine, standing tall, with a team who was with me. You see, me and my co-defendant, we don't snitch, we don't rat. We never had to worry about that problem because we done did too much. We done put in too much work. We had a decent team, stood tall, so we was gonna do ours. See, I did mine. And in the course of doing mine, I'm in the law library. I'm shepherdizing cases. You understand? I'm learning how to submit writs for other people. I'm helping individuals with their cases and stuff like that. So I know when people lying. I know when people fronting about their case and their charges. I understand what this is. You learn, if anything, if you're paying attention, how to read people. So I see the bullshit. Yeah, I see the bullshit. I know who's fronting. I know who's really tough and who isn't. And I know who's not too sharp up here. These things are not hard. Okay? Not hard at all. So, today, well, yeah, we still at Thursday, but I'm seeing news that this man is locked back up. Recidivism at its finest. And I'm like kind of thrown by it, like, hold on. Dude came home to a great situation. Again, we don't know how much his son is eating, but I damn sure know that they not broke. We know that for a fact. We know that. He ain't broke. They're doing things. They're making music. They're in the space. So now, we see this, and I'm saying, like just over a year after being released from jail, rapper and father of producer, occasional MC Hit Boy, Big Hit, has unfortunately landed back behind bars. Back behind bars. I'm like, what? So I'm thinking maybe it's an old article. It's a bot. It's some bull. Nah. Then I read further. The three-time Grammy winner shared the news about his father on Wednesday, October 23rd, with a video message from Big Hit. Quote, unquote, "It's free Big Hit, my N-word. You know what I'm saying? I F with real fans, my N-word." He continued, "If y'all effing with me, go ahead and download my CDs and cash out on my merch." And I'm thrown. I'm like, what? So I keep reading to really find out what's really good. In January 2024, Illinois authorities arrested the rapper after a routine traffic stop revealed he had an outstanding warrant in California in 2014. The warrant stemmed from a hit and run in Humboldt County that left several people seriously injured, right? Boom, 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 boom. That was from back then, right? The rapper was initially sentenced to 12 years in prison, but his lawyer got him released after serving 9 on May 5th, 2023. And I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, what happened? So they said Big Hit shared that he served 15 years in prison for a while, right? For being busted with 10 keys, 10 hammers, 300K in cash. And he did time for that. Came home and got served another 12 for that prior hit and run. Now, why he in the Who's Scout now? I can't imagine. I can't imagine any, yo, when I tell you, there is absolutely no, yo, I am not, and I'm serious. If I have to come out my house, if I have to dust them off the shelves for anybody or anything, it's going to be well worth it. It's not going to be over no bag. I can tell you that. I done did that with the best of them. This is an immediate threat to my family, who I have to protect. That's it. People could threaten me all day. I get threats all day online. That ain't mean shit. I know people ain't really serious about seeing these fangs for real, so I don't, but if I have to protect my family, best believe I'm gonna make it count. Best believe we going to war. For real. And I'm very, very, very meticulous and sharp when it's time for that. Trust and believe. The average dude, he not gonna survive it. I'll tell you that right now. I'm East New York, born and raised. East New York tested. I'm not gonna be 56 soon for nothing. You don't see nothing on this. Trust and believe, I'm telling you. In a war, nobody wants to see this kid. You don't. And that is the only way they're gonna ever see me coming back through them walls. It's not gonna happen. There's no temptation. There's no, yo, they got it over here. There's no nothing that's going to get me to even lose any type of conscious thought in this day and time. How can one come home to a situation where you and your son are making music, doing things that y'all enjoy, and in a position to get resource and income from it? How do you get back behind bars? How? How? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How? How does that work? Y'all tell me. Because y'all going to come with excuses. And ain't nobody going to come with no reasons. None. Especially if they ain't go at none of them bankers, none of them bagel meisters getting no publishing, or they was at the Diddy party and Big Hit had to back out because Grippers was getting ready to get compromised. You got to tell me something. You mean to tell me you was flipping birds? You mean to tell me you ran up on a connect? What's the excuse here? And no one is talking about it? All these other YouTube, y'all seen it on YouTube anywhere? Other than quick hits of it? You've seen Act talk about it, you've seen Joe Budden talk about it, you've seen any of these, nobody's gonna talk about how ridiculous this shit sound? If any moment is a teachable moment, it's this. And it may not be a teachable moment for most of my class who are not and have never been engaged in criminal activity. But all these other individuals who just came home, yeah, Gerald Prince Miller, I'm talking to you. Walter King Tut Johnson, I'm talking to you. Demetrius Big Meech, talking to you. I mean, be mindful of who y'all dealing with in the town. Be mindful of who y'all dealing with in the town. These rap dudes will sacrifice y'all and line y'all up. Now, you may have did 3 decades and all that shit, and y'all may believe that you know a whole lot, but you ain't been in the town. And the town don't respect your gangster. I'm telling y'all that right now. Them days is over. They don't know what a gangster is. They don't know what a code is. They don't have a clue. It's a whole new ball game out here. They don't even respect life. They don't. They don't. And if you happen to be any one of these individuals, and I ain't talking about the rest. I see the rest of y'all. I know who else home. Lou, Do, all y'all dudes, I'm telling you. And I know y'all listen. I know y'all here. I know that. Leave these rap dudes alone. Leave that industry alone. There's no bag in it for you. It's a fast track right back to one of them damn cells. And this shit makes no sense. Because you can do it on your own without it. Any one of my immediate peeps that fell back, that had to do 20 a quarter, and they know who I'm talking to as well, they not on social media. They not running around these rap dudes. And they've been home for a good little minute. All right, ducking and dodging this sucker shit. That is the absolute worst thing you can do, is go in there and mess with them suckers or try to get up on these streets. And this is exactly what I was talking about in class the other night when this fat ass chicken boss, CO cop rat, Diddy butt friend is talking about Big Meech is home, the streets is back. Dry snitching. Just that quick. And just that quick, people who don't even know who he is, don't even know who a Big Meech is. In law enforcement, they're already alerted. That's how quick people jump up on you. It's that fast. Just that fast. Nobody is saying nothing. Nobody's saying that this some sucker shit. Homie, you 52? What does he say? How old are you? 52? And getting ready to go back through? Yeah. 52 years old. And you going back through? Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Nah, babe. No. There's no excuse, babe. There's absolutely no excuse. And I'm telling you, in the 19 going on 20 years, then I've been in the town. I ain't never been up. I've been doing everything as a service to my people and others, to grow, to educate, to build a nation. I ain't never been up. And I'm good. Good. You can't dangle that carrot in front of nobody. No way. No way. At that old, you over 50, and this is where it's at, you still posturing, we still hip. You really? Come on, yo. Nah, that's what that industry do. That's that delusional shit. That's that forever young shit. You have to mature at a certain point. You have to mature. You have to want more. You have to want better. You can't chase white life. That's what getting to the bag is. We gotta break that down again. I have to break that down in class again. Didn't I tell y'all that nobody who you deal with that is chasing a white life you will ever be happy with, you will ever be content with? You not white. You don't think white. So if they have an inner desire, if in their mentality they are facing a white God, if in their hearts they desire white things, you will never be happy. Never could you make them happy. That's that carrot. And if you felt the sting of that before, if you've been behind bars and felt it and know and really understand what chasing white life will get you, then you will never want to go back. Ever. Them bars don't give. They don't. The stench doesn't give. That shit is always there to welcome you back. Peace, Almighty. Was good, dog, man. Main chick, salute. You can't sit in that. He always got a spot for you. You see, we already seen it already. We seen it. They already got 2 life cells opened up. Prim was in the cell, Tut was in the cell. They already got dudes from Brooklyn that's getting ready to go to trial, or been trial and blue trial that's going to take them beds already. They always got space for you. Always. Always. So how can you fix your mouth? How can you fix your mind and say, you know what? Man, fuck, let me go get this. Word? Okay. And then you can't be too bright. Can't be too bright. And I done told y'all in this class before. I done told y'all in this class before. The true existence of somebody behind bars, the really true reality is the fact that at any given time, they can lock that cell and never, ever come back to open it. That's the reality. And if you think I'm fronting and you believe that it hasn't been done or it can't be done, I always tell you they did it in Louisiana with Katrina, they did it in Texas, and they recently did it in Florida. They will lock them goddamn doors and you out of here. Simple as that. They know they ain't coming back. Now people are starting to get it. Now there are TikToks of people running around talking about there's no contingency plan in a natural disaster or anything as far as evacuating inmates or convicts. There is none. Shit, we was right at we was in Fishkill, the whole downstate Fishkill, Wallkill area. That Indian nuclear power plant is right there. Several times that shit got shaky. They not coming in there to make sure we're escorted out safely. You know what they have to do? That means they would have to shackle and chain the whole population up. They don't even have enough CEOs to do that in time in a natural disaster like that. They getting the fuck out of there. They going home to their family. They boogieing. You in there for dead. So I don't care if it's a state facility, a medium, minimum, if it's a maximum, I don't care if it's a penitentiary. At any given time, can lock themselves and you out of there. Any executive order, y'all always talking about this one is going to do that. Project 2025 is going to do this and that. Why wouldn't they at any given time make sure that the most fit, the most conscious and aware, the most dangerous soldiers on our side would ever be able to get free? No, they close those doors. That's the first population they eliminate and knock out. The very first. Our battle-tested, our most militant, our most disciplined and in shape is in the jails. In the jails. So why would they ever come up in there in case of any type of emergency to help you? No. So if we turn up out here, they lose their life. Just that simple. So any type of dream space, any type of actual reality, any true, yo, we ain't having it. We ain't having it. They taking away voters' rights. They not giving reparations. We got to turn up. They're gone. What was the true medical plan for the Coco Uno Nuevo? Yeah, that Coco 19. They didn't have one. Them dudes in there was getting sick left and right. Having to battle that shit with hot tang and all type of shit. No contingency plan for that. So why would somebody who really claims that they love themselves, that they have families, that they about that action, that they know the street would jeopardize that, especially if you already up? That makes sense? That's why the shit is stupid with all this Grippergate and Diddy and all this shit. This shit that don't make sense. When you claim to be up, and everybody living good and brunches and we billionaires around here and all that, that makes sense that y'all jeopardize all that? So I tell y'all, these dudes is not smart. They not street. They not tough. This shit is an act. And if you are not more of an influence over your family, over your children, over your community than these suckers in the industry, then that's on you. Nobody else to blame but you. I always sit here and take accountability for anything that go on in our community. Anybody gets shot, that's on me. That's on my watch. Anybody gets robbed, any elder, that's on me. That's on my watch. My message is not getting out. That ain't on no OFA, that ain't on no institution, that ain't on no record from some supposedly conscious or gangster or whatever. That's on me. I'm out here. My message has to be clear. I have to be more of an influence than any of that shit. It's nobody else's responsibility but mine. And I couldn't do it from no jail cell. So how he get back behind bars? Tell me how. For anything. It don't matter. Because day one, you in there, you could get poked out. So how you tell me how this fruitcake Wiz Khalifa can knowingly break the law in another country blowing? That shit is ignorant. It's stupid. How can you come and get in the business of what they call in hip-hop or commercial rap and still be claiming flags and stupid shit, knowing that dudes in the street dumbing? That don't make sense. That's not mature. There's no growth in that. How? You don't understand. You don't manifest. You can't. There's no way. There's absolutely no way you can tell me you understand that. That you know what jail is like. Tell y'all, people just did time. They wasn't bidding. Because when you bid, you understand everything. You're crystal clear about your situation. Crystal clear about your situation. And anytime that door, boom, lock, or them bars, boom, you know it. Damn, yo, I'm stuck in here. Anything go down. I'm stuck in here. When dudes in the 70s and 80s was getting burnt up in their cells. You stuck in there. You ain't tough. You ain't no super Muslim. You ain't no gangster blood. You ain't shit. You a dumbass body in a cell that can't get out. That's what you, I don't give a fuck if they put a TV in there, a phone, a chump. That whole existence is dumb. But you believe it's something. Because you got a couple of bags of dope. Because you got a little pump that you pump your cock in every so because you could run the phone in the yard. That's a delusional space, yo. That's what you are. That's your legacy. Hitting dudes in the grippers, that's your legacy? That's where you at with it? That's who you want the world to remember you as. That's your existence. Ain't nothing fly about being behind. I don't care what you claim. Ain't nothing fly about being in there. Nothing. Yeah, you did it. Okay, so what? Two choices when you go up in there. You gonna be a wolf or you gonna be a lamb. That's it. Two choices. Either you gonna get down or you not. That shit ain't hard. And then what? So now you're a wolf, now you're a lion, now you running around with just enough courage to get yourself boxed out, poked up. That's it. You're just waiting your turn. And for somebody who's older, your turn come quicker. Especially if you're not on that type of time all the time. So at what point, and this is to anybody in the street, at what point do you think and say enough is enough? That's why y'all high all the time. This is why they consistently have to get drunk and high. Because you're living in a space of delusion. The reality of it is, you know you don't have no damn reason to be in the street. You can't make it make sense. So now you in the street with the immigrants, with the migrants. That's who in the street now. That's who's selling shit now. Migrants. So whether they in the street with they goddamn melons and paprika, and you over there with your damn work, you still in the street. You in the street with the migrants. At 50, 52, 53, 54. Where we at with it? So you make it make sense to me. If not, it's a consistent cycle. Consistent cycle. So it's not gonna stop. That's what I'm saying. That shit make no sense. Doesn't. So all that freedom, homie, all that, get that shit out of here. All that bottom merch and all, you had your shot. You was in the town. You didn't want to stay there. You didn't want to stay there. You was in the town. That's real. That's as real as I could get. That's it. That's as real as I can get. I guarantee you, right? You do your research and see if anybody could ever call me out to come up out of this shit right here. See if somebody that strong. I'm telling you, it's only two people that right now that could call me and come tell me come outside. I'll guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Somebody might get punched in their mouth come out and do what? With who? Don't play with me. Because ain't nobody going to take care of mine the way I take care of them. Nobody. Nobody going to take care of yours the way you do. So who can dangle something in your face until you step outside? Who? Who? Hit Boy ain't call him outside? What was he doing outside? And if Hit Boy did call him to come outside for some dumb shit other than music, then that's the most ignorant family I'd have ever seen. People just don't get it. You got one life. You got one shot at this shit. And that's gonna be your legacy? To sit in there and rot and get sick, get old? You seeing dudes come out, they not playing. When they say life, when they giving dudes numbers, 300 months and all that shit, 40 years, they not playing. Dudes is doing that time. And they smart. You can watch them all up and down your timeline all day, every day. Y'all could digest that shit. Ain't bright at all. Not at all. So, again, I don't know what he went back for. I don't know. Don't know. I know the shit don't make sense to me. It don't. And that's for any of y'all that just came home. Any of y'all. Y'all name is y'all brand. I never had none of that shit. Only time dudes seen my name is in a thank you on somebody's album cover liner notes. Yo, shout out to my man Bliz. Yo, thank my man Bliz. Yo, that's it. I don't have no name recognition because I'm always in the cut. Boy in the shadows, B. I get busy. Most time people see and know me, it's too damn late. Either you got something sharp in your gut hanging out, or that thing is up on your temple. That's it. People don't know who I am. They know me. But y'all cats that got name recognition and y'all done survived, don't come home and be on no sucker shit. Don't come home and get gas. Don't come home and be around these studio punks. Don't do it. I'm telling you, it's the worst thing anybody can do is make it home. Make it to the streets. And go back. And go back. I don't get it. I don't get it. But let's continue. Again, you know what I'm saying? We send strength to Hit Boy and the family. We send that universal strength. We dig the system with this next journey that they got to be on. That shit is crazy. And again, they'll tell y'all everything else on social media. Everything else will go viral. Everything else is being said and talked about and ran with. Ain't nobody talking about that. This is serious, yo. This dude waited for his pops to come home, man. I've seen that in the hood, too. I've seen people wait years for their pops to come home and their pops get bodied. I've seen girls wait for years till their moms come home and their moms come home and pass away. Y'all had the opportunity. Y'all did music. Y'all did albums together. What could have pulled you away from that? That shit was crazy. I'm telling you. Shit don't make sense. I mean, something is wrong up here. Something is wrong up here, y'all, for real. Let's go on, man. Let's go on. Because again, it's a little triggering. It's a little triggering. The one thing I do, I make sure I represent on every level. I represent me. I represent my family. I represent the titles that I have. Okay? I got clients that depend on me, that call me at any time of the night. That's just true. I represent East New York. So I ain't never on no punk shit. I ain't never on no sucker shit at all. I wear too many different hats to be sitting in a jail cell somewhere over some dumb shit. So y'all tell me what hats or what's important and what these dudes are accountable for and to. We'll see. The theatrics is gonna pop. We're gonna see. We'll see. Let's go. So, it's being reported that President Biden is going to apologize to the Native Americans. Let's get it. President Biden is expected to issue a formal apology for the federal government's Native American boarding schools during a visit to Arizona on Friday, which is tomorrow. Wow. Gila River Indian Community Governor Stephen Rowe Lewis told NPR and other news outlets that the formal apology is coming as part of Biden's first official visit to an indigenous community as president. He almost out of there. And this is his first visit. He almost out of there, y'all. He almost out of the damn White House, and his ass is almost out of here. In the transition, he almost out of here, period. And you right now. But y'all had whole social media organizations telling y'all that these dudes is gonna give you reparations. You remember that shit? Yeah, what happened to all that? All that divisive speech. People dividing us, FBA, ADOS, and all this divided shit. Well, we gonna get it. No, we gonna get it. No, we gonna get it. Well, we gonna get it. Remember that shit? I told y'all was bullshit. This is his first visit. This man is about to be out of here. History, he just now getting there. Let's continue. Biden's message would be the first public apology from a sitting U.S. president in response to a federal policy that wreaked havoc on tribal communities. The first. How many presidents we had? How many presidents represented this corporation here? How many CEOs? How many? How long has this shit been in existence? The first. Quote from old Sleepy Joe. I'm heading to do something that should have been done a long time ago. To make a formal apology to the Indian nations for the way we treated their children for so many years. Biden told reporters on Thursday. That's why I'm heading west, not heading south. Not heading south. Do you hear me? But they still have a whole damn city called Plantation in Florida. To where if you go to South Carolina, they still got plantations with the name on it. Boom Farm Plantation and all that. That ain't even in their framework. That's not even in their mentality. We heading out west. You still think y'all supposed to be participating in any of this shit? No. Real talk. Y'all still think y'all should be standing outside? Last time we had a presidential election, it was raining. I seen people standing outside in the rain, participating in this bullshit. Let's continue. 973 children died at the school. You understand what I'm saying? And all at the 973, they can count that. But tell me, they said the schools were being ran by the feds, by the federal government from 1819 to 1969. They ran these boarding schools. They're going to count 973 died. All right? You hear me? From 1819 to 1969, do you know how many of our children were beaten, lynched, scraped, barbecue, cooked? Where's the count on that? Where's the count? Where's the count on that? Now, hold on. Now, the purpose for these schools is clearly stated. The goal was complete cultural assimilation into the Anglo-Saxon American way of life. That's what's the mission for them in those schools. What was the goal for us? What was the goal for chattel slavery? What was the goal for the transatlantic slave trade? What was the goal? What was the goal? You know, right here. They telling you what was the goal for the so-called Native Americans, the indigenous people. Y'all set a goal in 1819. Y'all set a goal of complete cultural assimilation for those people, and those people could never assimilate into what y'all call a society. So what did y'all do? You damn near annihilated them. So you gave them reservations. That's where y'all put them. What was the goal for us? What was the goal? Or are we still working in that space? I don't think y'all hearing me. I'm telling y'all got to listen. What was our supposed outcome? Don't be quiet. Think. Because if there was no goal, or they haven't written a goal, that means you're still very much part of their plan. And whether the plan was cheap labor, whether it was a plan for them to live out their fetish and keep running up in your booties, it's still active. It's still active. And if you can so eloquently write this and quote, and there's a historic document that's telling you this from 1819, where is the documents as it relates to us? Where are the pictures? Because they got pictures of these schools. They have pictures of people from China working on the railroads, people from Mexico working on the railroads in the 1850s and 60s. So where are the pictures of us? Where's the picture of the plantations? You get drawings, right? Where's it at? So if you're making an attempt to wipe out history and you're making an attempt to make sure there's nothing documented, then what are people talking about a study for? To see if you should get reparations. In other words, nigga, you ain't getting nothing. In the court of our law, lack of evidence usually means the verdict or the judgment goes the other way. It's just that simple, so you can fool yourself. Only reparations that come is to come in blood. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Simple as that. So he's going supposedly to apologize. I say don't apologize. I say you want to really show that you're serious about seeking some type of compassion and understanding and having some type of acceptance of the deeds that y'all did to these people. Let Leonard Peltier out. I mean, damn, the man got 50 years in. Do y'all know who he is? Did y'all study him? Most people don't. Most of our people don't. Why? Because so many supposed conscious people don't read anything outside of a melanated author. They don't. They don't. So they stuck. You understand what I'm saying? They stuck right there. They can't tell you anything about anybody else other than black people shit. You understand? And black people ain't fought nothing. They ain't fight a lick. You understand? Black individuals fought. Black people didn't. Why? Because they don't study other people who fought. literally fought their enemy so you can see how to deal with it. Okay, so y'all can start with the vote and all that. That's not fighting. That's begging. Okay? Petitioning, asking. May I petition the court? That's not fighting. So since some don't know who Leonard is, let me tell y'all who Leonard is. Okay? Leonard Peltier is a man who has already served 50 years in the feds for his activism and being one of the leaders of AIM. AIM is an acronym for the American Indian Movement, right? At the time, the reservations in many of the spots in western part of the country, the northwestern part of the country, were jurisdictions that were, I don't know, policed, monitored. The man invaded or kept in line by federal agents, FBI, and in the 60s, everything was volatile. And in that volatility, right, you had many radical groups fighting. So it's like you had Black Panthers, okay, SNCC, the Weathermen, man, various Puerto Rican groups, right? It was the 60s. Everybody was fighting, okay? A shootout transpired, right, between members of the AIM and FBI, right? And let me read it. At the time of the shootout, Leonard was an active member of AIM, an indigenous rights advocacy group that worked to combat the racism and police brutality experienced by Native Americans. There was a shootout, 2 FBI agents was bodied. Leonard was convicted. Had co-defendants, Russell Means and, a few others. But Leonard is the only one that's still behind bars. When somebody says that somebody did 50 years, not did it, is still doing it, that should boggle people's mind, That should boggle 50 years? 50 years behind bars. This man is 80. He's 80 years old. $80 years old. So when I look at that and I see his peers, because once you're incarcerated, we all become peers, right? All of us who are violent felony offenders. When we're in there, we're peers. And we do 10 years, we do 15 years, we do 20. Shit, you do 25 years and you get a shot to come to the streets. You understand? How foolish would it be for you to engage in the same behaviors and the same activities that you were either a part of before, you understand, or a part of a new thing that's going on now? When you have people that haven't touched yet, when you have people that are actually in there for fighting for the betterment of not only their people, but because they're fighting the same enemy for all people. So if the FBI is rushing the Black Panthers in Oakland, in LA, in Connecticut, in Chicago, in New York, if the FBI raiding their offices, and then the FBI is also raiding the AIM plantations and stuff like that, it's the same enemy. Same enemy. You understand that? You dig that? And that same FBI is in Africa, right? Assassinating other leaders and organizations that are speaking about freedom from white supremacist machine. How can you, as a person who have done time, come back and do some meatball street shit? Come back and advocate for a subculture, because that's what street shit is. It's a subculture. And it is. It's a subculture. Everybody that's melanated isn't street. It's a small percentage that people are captured by, enthralled. Small population. How can you still do that? Salute to Algeria. Then you know exactly what I'm speaking on. I'm an avid reader of Frantz Fanon and the Algiers, right? Y'all know what it is, don't y'all? How? How can we still be captured by street bullshit? That in all reality, I don't know about in other cities, but I'm telling you, in New York City, the streets gentrified. The same streets that you had drug blocks and drug buildings on, and, you know, gang sets and all. You know white folk is walking up and down the block with little teacup dogs and tight ass booty shorts and flip flops and New Balance and lattes and shit. So the streets ain't the streets no more. Okay? So what are you beholden to? What are you beholden to? What idea? But if Biden wants to apologize, that would be a nice gesture. Because Leonard is coming up for parole again. Okay? He even ran for president from back there, right? Peltier ran for president of the United States in 2004, winning the nomination of the Peace and Freedom Party. And receiving 27,607 votes. Limited to the ballot in California. He ran for vice president in 2020 on the Party for Socialism and Liberation ticket. You see? So that would be a good gesture, Biden. You ain't got to apologize for the schools. Make sure this man gets some streets. Make sure this man hit the town. Make sure he don't get hit at that next parole board. Let Leonard Peltier out. You don't have to apologize for the schools for shit. Make sure Leonard come home. He'll handle that. He'll do that. So, again, I really would like to believe that y'all get a lot out of these classes. Truly. Because we have to be in a space where we move differently. We do. That old school rhetoric, that doesn't work. The old tactics and strategies, that doesn't work. That voting shit, that marching, that does not work. It hasn't worked for a long time. And we're going to be clear on that. And we're going to stand on that. You get me? New strategies are spoken about in person. Okay? In all reality, they're not that new. They may be new for you, they may be new for some, but they're not that new. Not at all. But what I will tell you, that the initial new strategy is for you to have in your mind a concept. You have to conceptualize life without white folk. If you can't do that, then you're not ready. You have to sit in a space and say that you will rely on yourself and others like you for your entire existence. It means you cannot rely on them for nothing. Not to educate you, not to employ you, not to be of medical assistance at any given point. If you can't conceptualize, you understand life without white folk, especially in charge, then you're not ready. It's just that simple. Those are the main determining factors that you learn when you're in prison. You learn that you have to rely on yourself, because you can't rely on white folk. You can't rely on the police. Because then we can't trust you. Why are you talking to police so deep, so heavy? Anything that you need, you're supposed to get from us. We have to take care of each other in there. Wherever I was at. I don't care if it was a simple county jail on Rikers Island. I don't care if it was in a minimum, medium, or maximum correctional facility. If you're in a space where you are able to take care of one another, where I am the resource, then that's how you have to move. But again, if I'm unable to speak and articulate that point, and if I'm unable to pull resource from my people, then revolution, militancy, the concept fails because people are negative, because people are scared. There's a fear of responsibility. I don't know if you ever was hip to that language. There's a fear of responsibility. So instead of confronting that fear, you rely on white folk to take care of you. You asking, but how would that be achieved in reality? It's very clear. You do it. You do it. What do you mean in reality? In reality, this wasn't always here. You do know we came before Columbus, right? You read that book. So they wasn't always here. In all reality, how did a bunch of convicts from London, from England, get over here, do what they do, colonize, create colonies, and then tell they people back on the other side, this is ours, we ain't giving y'all nothing. They just did it. When you say, in all reality, how can that be done? I've seen dudes in all reality take 6 or 7 pieces of crack from New York and go to DC and come back wealthy. Kingpins with 8 bullshit nickel cracks. Went out of town, sold them for $20 a piece, came back. Fighting insurmountable odds. They did that. How the hell 50 got Vivica? She was the baddest shit on the planet at that time. He did that. I thought that was impossible. Jermaine Dupri and Janet. Everything is fucking impossible until somebody do it. But if you scared, if you can't rely on yourself and others like you to live without them O-phase, then you will never do it. It's just that simple. In reality. Because that's as real as it's going to get. Shit ain't that hard. Apply yourself. People do all type of shit that's impossible. The motherfuckers with one legs jumping hurdles. But you can't get rid of white folk? You can't get away from their institutions? It's not the class for that. Not here. Not here. We don't deal with defeatism. Not here. No. You have to do it. It's just that simple. If not, lay the hell down. Don't complain about shit. Don't complain about nothing. Nothing. They tax you, pay your taxes. They shoot your kids in the back, that's it. That's the reality. It's gonna keep happening. We gun each other down, It's going to keep happening. Don't complain. Take it until you transition. But if you want something different, if you want to change, then you got to do it. Just that simple. Study the right shit. Move in the right manner. But it's late. It's 1 o'clock. My sniper got to get to bed. Everybody got to get to, we got things to do in the morning. Y'all just have to know how serious this is. Very serious. We have no time for street shit. We have no time for jails. You have no time to be playing at all. At all. Because our women can't depend on you. When you're still engaged in, we the only group of men, and I'm gonna end on this, we the only group of men, we the only nation of people that'll dismiss old everything. You don't want no old car, you don't want no old clothes, y'all don't want older women or older men, but y'all stay in the frame of doing old street shit until you go to jail or get murdered. Y'all stay with that shit. That shit is old. That shit is played out. But you still do it. But you do it in the freshest clothes, the freshest sneakers, the freshest Euro shit. You need all that brand new to go do the same dumb old shit. The partying, the gambling. That shit played out. But you still do it. Your minds is gone. You're still praising old niggas that did old damage to the community. Y'all still in that frame of mind. White folk don't do no old shit. Only old shit they do is keeping their foot in your ass. That's it. They maintain that. I'm just saying. So again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding it down. I don't think I even said it once tonight. But if you funded the war effort, much appreciation. If you didn't fund the war effort, much appreciation anyway. Yeah. Because it'll spin one day. Trust me. All my truckers out there, make sure you get to your destination safe. If you're tired, pull over. Okay? If you're tired, pull over. Paperwork good. Salute to the foundations. Get Molly CD. Molly got CD heat. Yeah, Molly, you got some heat. Promote that music. The Grustler, Global Hustlers in the building. Promote that. Yes. Mrs. Reels Network and Mr. Reels Network. Hit them. Subscribe to their YouTube spaces. You understand? That's what we doing. We growing a nation of people who support each other. It's not going to happen no other way at all. No other way. If we don't support and pool resources for each other, it's not happening. They do it. You get mad at them, but they do it. Kamala and them got war chests, and all they gonna do is go look for little children. And go to little underground caves and islands and fortresses and do all that, and y'all paying for that. Whether you know it or not, Whether you paying it through taxes or y'all donate, y'all letting these other weirdos telling y'all who to vote for, popping up and all this other shit and ain't doing nothing in the communities, y'all paying for it. So either y'all fund things that represent you for real, or hey, soon they fade away. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So again, salute to those who understand and do. Much appreciation. Be safe, remain militant. Listen with clear ears. Watch with clean eyes. Okay? That's how we do it. And 55 gang. 55 gang.